Hello and welcome back to another video guide on how to configure your router for your Simply Broadband connection. In this video we're going to be going over the FritzBox 7390 and more specifically how to set up your internet connection and then also how to change your Wi-Fi network settings. So first things first, as always, open up a web browser, head over to the address bar and type in your default gateway. In this case it would be 192.168.178.1 and we'll press enter and it should take you immediately to this overview page here. And so as you can see from the overview, currently our internet connection is not connected. And so to change that, to set up our internet connection, we're going to head over to internet, we're going to let it load, and then we're going to go to account information. Once we're on account information, we're going to change this to other internet service provider, and we'll give it obviously Simply Broadband. We want to select connect via external modem or router. Basically what that will do is it will turn your LAN port 1 into your WAN port. We want the FritzBox to make its own connection to the internet. We do not need any account information, and we need to click on change connection settings underneath connection settings, and we need to enable VLAN. Without VLAN enabled, you will not be able to connect to the internet. So make sure that it's on VLAN ID is 10, and then what we can do is we can go down and click apply. Now as you can see, it's going to come up with a loading screen. And so we'll wait for that to be finished, and as you can see, once it's saved its configuration, the internet connection will be tested now. So we'll go OK, it's going to come up with this, and we have to wait for this to be fully finished before we can continue. So we'll wait for that and then we'll keep going. So as you can see, now it's all finished, we have our internet connection. So if we press OK, and then we go into overview, as you can see here, we actually have an active internet connection on the IPv4 address. So last thing we're going to try to do is we're going to go into account information one more time, then we're going to click on IPv6, and as you can see, IPv6 connectivity, we're just going to switch this one to always use a native IPv4 connection. Then we're also going to set the MTU manually, and we will set the MTU to 1500. Then we're going to click apply. This one should apply a lot faster, as you can see, and then that's all done. So if we jump back to our overview, we're just going to give it a little bit of time for our router to apply those settings correctly. You will see that the internet will change back to being online. So we'll just wait for that for a second and then we'll continue. And so welcome back, and as you can see here, just gave it a couple of minutes to apply those settings correctly, and as you can see, we're back online again. Now, to change our wireless network settings, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to WLAN. So as you can see here, we have the SSID or the network name for both the 2.4 and the 5G networks. As you can see, however, these have the exact same name. Basically what this means is that it's almost similar to a more modern router's smart Wi-Fi, and basically it will automatically kind of transfer you over to each of these bands depending on which one will give you the best connection. So for example, if you were quite close to your router and you were just on your phone watching YouTube, the Wi-Fi router will decide to put you on the 5G network, whereas if you were further away, say maybe outside mowing the lawns and you were still listening to music, your router would connect you to the 2.4G network because it has a much higher coverage. Now, if you don't want that to kind of happen, the automatic transfer of bands, what you just do is you just change the name of one of them or both of them so that they are different. So now you can see, to identify it, I just would look for the 2.4G, the 2.4 in the network name, and now I know that that is my 2.4G network. Likewise, with the 5G, I've just put a 5, and now I know that that's the 5G network. So again, I'm not gonna save this just because I don't need to. But then as you can see, the further we go down, we have radio channel. This one's not as important. We have security. We don't really recommend playing around with anything except maybe your network names and maybe the network password, which as you can see is here. And so feel free to change your network key to whatever it might be that you want. Just make sure that it's something you'll remember and it's also secure, because this is the password that you'll use to sign in with any device to your Wi-Fi network going forwards. And the last thing I'm going to touch on in the wireless network is schedule. And so basically scheduling is where you will turn off your router's Wi-Fi automatically on set times and dates. So if we just take this one here, as you can see, the radio network cannot be switched off until no more wireless LAN devices are active. Basically that means as long as there is a device that is connected to the internet or the Wi-Fi and it is actively using that connection, the wireless scheduling will not enact. And so we can turn that one off just to say it doesn't matter who's on the network, as soon as it hits to these times, the Wi-Fi switches off. So turn off wireless LAN daily from, should we say, 04 AM to 05 AM. So every day from 4 till 5 AM, my router will not have any Wi-Fi. And so remember, if you want to save that, make sure to press apply. Or if you wanted to, you can go to a bit more of an intense one here. And as you can see, the blue is Wi-Fi active and the white is Wi-Fi off. So currently we have it from 11:30 to 4:30. There is no Wi-Fi on every day. Make sure if you want to save this, click apply. I'm going to click cancel because we don't need to do anything there. And so that is how you set up your internet connection and how you can alter your wireless network settings on your FritzBox 7390. Thanks for watching.